The time is just gone 9:26 a.m. and with the Hajj season obviously imminent and upon us and people as they prepare for Hajj. Now, one aspect of Hajj, and I must say that we need to make lots of dua because the person who had introduced what we call the walking Hajj, Mufti Afzal Hussein Ilyas, rahimahumullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill his qabr with nur. And I recall during our Hajj broadcast year after year where we had Mufti Afzal Hussein Ilyas talking about this aspect of walking Hajj. And I found it fascinating. And Alhamdulillah, in 2009, I had the opportunity walking along the side of Mufti Afzal Hussein Ilyas doing the walking Hajj from Mina to Arafat and coming back from Arafat to Muzdalifah. And I must say, a wonderful experience, an experience that many of you who have done the walking Hajj can testify to that fact. And also the atmosphere of the walking Hajj, absolutely electrifying, walking amongst the thousands upon thousands of Hujjaj to the plains of Arafat, reciting the takbir in the different accents, the United Nations of the Muslim Ummah clearly manifesting itself. And as I mentioned, the atmosphere absolutely electrifying. And this is what is going to be taking place this weekend, where there is an initiative called the Guide to a Walking Hajj, discussing practical aspects of Hajj and how to perform a walking Hajj. A wonderful slide presentation. We joined on the line from Durban this morning, Alhamdulillah, by Brother Mohammed Vahed. Brother Mohammed, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jummah Mubarak to you and welcome.
Walaikum salam, Inayat, and Juma Mubarak to you also, man. And I like
Yes,
your introduction, and Alhamdulillah, it's so interesting, the Marum of the Elias, and there was also another stalwart was Maulana A.R. Khan. I was in so many books that they all have passed on, may Allah give them Jannat al-Firdaus, I mean.
Thumma Ameen. Yes, and for those of us who have done the walking Hajj, know the feeling. We know the atmosphere. We know what we go through. Basically, the adrenaline rush, for want of a better term,
Definitely.
when you are walking around those thousands. And there are a number of issues. I'm sure that that one needs to discuss. So let's just talk about this initiative that is going to be taking place this weekend looking at sorry, the on the 31st of May, it is taking place to
Tuesday,
look at some
Tuesday,
of these
inshallah.
aspects. Yes.
Yeah. Jazakallah, Inayat. The whole idea is about this walking out, is to give more practical aspects about to the Hujjaj, about the routes to take, to show the camps and things. And this year, unfortunately, there's no two separate camps. There's no special and non-special services. There's only going to be non-special services, which still comes at a premium price of 34,000 rand per person, which is Camp D. Which is like, which will be really a challenge to the Hujjaj that are going. Each person will probably end up paying almost over 100,000 a person, which is quite sad, unfortunately, So we were gonna, so those people that might want to do a walking Hajj, we're gonna show them slides from Azizia, how they would get to their camps, from the different routes, from the different hotels in Azizia, like where they're staying with any of the groups, how you'd get follow the routes, the bridges to get to your camps, and then we'll show you how to get to your camp. And in fact, normally before Hajj, the Hujjaj are taken by the agent just to go and see their camps, so that helps a lot also. And we don't know the actual location, but we know where Africa area is in that, as the Mina area. So we'll show you how to get to that Africa area and then locate your camp. And from there, obviously, that's the first day. You would obviously just rest in Mina. The second day is the longest day of all. From on that day, you're going to be walking from Mina to Arafat in the morning, and then in the evening you're going to walk back from there to Muzdalifah. So that's the longest day of all of the 5 days. So that's quite a bit of challenge to people. And then, but alhamdulillah, if you do a normal walk, like how you'd go in any shopping center or walk for 2-3 hours, it's the same. From Azizia to Mina, it's a very short walk, and then from Mina to obviously to Arafat, it takes about maybe an hour and a half. But you're going to leave before sunrise. So you're going to be walking, although the temperatures are quite high, but you're going to walk before sunrise, inshallah. So that's the whole idea. So we'll show you the route of actually how to get to Arafat. The actual location of the camps will probably be obviously we will show you where the Africa camps are located, but so obviously the agents will probably show you the exact camp locations. So that's the whole idea of just to give people the confidence to walk, and how to walk, and where, if in case you get lost, where to stand and wait for your group and things, how to walk in a group and things.
Well,
Right.
certainly, but I think over the years we've seen how the walking Hajj has developed in terms of preparedness, in terms of providing when we're talking about routes, and also in terms of people that are leading the
Yes,
walking Hajj. The key issue here is one needs to be prepared, Mohammed. Prepared in more ways than
definitely.
one. We know that Hajj is once in a lifetime opportunity. It's a journey of a lifetime. Preparedness in more ways than one, spiritual preparedness, but also physical preparedness.
Yes, yes, exactly. I would say, for example, ladies that will be wearing tackies, they should wear an old tacky. You get used to an old tacky rather than buying a new one to prepare for themselves. They must wear some old tackies that they are comfortable with. And the men, obviously, they must wear good sandals. You know, that has a good thickness on it. Sometimes those the beach type of sandal that you wear can become a problem. You might carry a second pair, and so you obviously should start walking around here in South Africa as you are. Start doing some walks, and and also, and for the 5 days you got to make sure you got to hydrate yourself quite well. That's the most important, because it is going to be hot at this time of the year. So that's going to be a very important thing, to keep hydrating yourself.
Yes. Now, I noticed that this initiative that is taking place on the 31st of May is going to take place at the Al Ansar Conference Center at 7:30 p.m. It is
Yeah.
going to be a slideshow, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of useful information.
Definitely. There's also facilities, separate facilities for ladies also. So there'll be very informative. The whole slide presentation would be done to give the people a good idea, and some booklets will be given out, although they might have boot camps, but the booklets will be given out also. And there's also will be an online e-book on hajwalk.co.za, where they can also download the book also of the slide presentation.
Yes. Now,
Inshallah.
this invitation is open to all prospective Hujjaj, and I'm sure there are other people who may not be going for Hajj that would have a keen interest in this guide to this walking Hajj.
Yes, in fact, every year you would also always find people that want to, inshallah, make an intention to go for Hajj. That also come to listen to the talks. It's very encouraging to them also. To come and see it, and and make dua that inshallah Allah also fulfills their dua to go for Hajj also, inshallah.
Inshallah. I mean, okay. What is the program structure going to be like, Mohammed?
Well, it will start at 7:30, and it will be a full slide presentation for about an hour and a half, and then a few questions will be taken. And normally we should have Maroon or Molana A.R. Khan to do a Q&A. We'll try and see if we can get some other alim to come and do a Q&A also, more on the religious aspects about Hajj and things, rather than because I'm more dealing with the practical aspect, inshallah.
Well, Jazakallah khairan so much for that, and obviously looking forward to that. Allah subhanahu wa
Jazakallah.
ta'ala accept. Allah reward your
Amin.
efforts, and also for coming on
Amin.
and talking to us
Inshallah.
this morning.
Jazakallah. Right,
I mean,
Jazakallah for inviting me on. I mean, Jazakallah. Right, Assalamu
um,
alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mohammed Vahed talking about this guide to walking Hajj. And the aim is to discuss the practical aspects of Hajj and how to perform the walking Hajj. This is quite unique. A wonderful slide presentation that will be on offering as well. And this is taking place on the 31st of May at the Al Ansar Conference Center at 7:30 p.m. The time is just gone 9:36 a.m. We're going to go for a break. And when we come back, we still have got Zakir Dawood coming on towards the end of the show, but we've got Dr. Imran Kika, DA spokesperson on education.